What's going on, my peoples? It's your boy Kenny, man. I'm back one time for your mind. Listen, people. Let's just get straight up into the fuckery shit. All right. Shout out to my man, my brother, Talking and Grubbin. Make sure y'all guys go to my brother Talking and Grubbin YouTube channel. He does the sports and shit over there. I'll be over there in the next round with the Warriors and everybody. I'll be over there then. I was waiting to the end of this shit because I really want to see who was gonna make it. But I'll be over there for now, knowing for the after all this shit is over with, and then we go to the finals, the Western Conference Finals, Eastern Conference Finals, and then the finals. I definitely be over there. So make sure y'all guys go over there and support my brother, buy some of his merch and shit like that too, people. Yeah, man. Make sure you guys subscribe to my new channel, Mr. OBF. I haven't been doing videos over there, not as much lately. Having technical difficulties in my studio over there. I gotta fix some shit over there. My TV, all that shit, the screen, all that shit is acting up. I don't know what the fuck. I got some wires hooked up wrong. I don't know, but I will be over there. But I'll be doing live streams over here in this part of the studio when I do over there. Make sure you guys subscribe to this channel, OBF the Family. We highly appreciate it if you guys can donate to the channel, people. Make sure you guys go to the Cash App, go to OBF the Real Cash App, and we highly appreciate the donation. To all the people that do donate to the channel, we highly appreciate it. We love you guys for that. We truly do appreciate it. You keep this shit running, so we got love for y'all. Let's get these subscribers up. Make sure you guys share some of these videos, share the content and everything like that. Shout out to my brother, my little brother, LT in the building. Shout out to OBF family member. Let's get into it, man. Listen, I usually don't. I try not to talk about this shit because it's stupid, right? But sometimes you got to talk about this dumb, goofy shit because of the simple fact that, you know, I told you, these type of people put wrong messages out here to these kids. You know what I mean? And then be hypocrites about the shit. You know what I mean? Shout out to my brother True from New York. Yeah, man. These niggas got the game fucked up. And like I said, the game been fucked up for a minute. Like I said, my generation is the last generation of real niggas. Like, you know what I mean? And then you got old bozo ass niggas like Wack 100. Those dudes really wasn't never those type of dudes anyway. They was type of niggas that, you know, listen. I'm just gonna speak on a narrative of as a street nigga. When I was a street nigga, niggas like Wack 100, those type of niggas only got in gangs or rant with niggas in the street, with solid niggas in the street, because they was most likely bitch niggas. They most likely was afraid niggas. Niggas had to show them how to get busy. They ain't have no guffing, no fighting them really like that. So I don't know why a lot of people be acting like this dude Wack 100 is somebody that's thorough. He's not. And like I said, what comes with the game is a lot of snake niggas. That's why I understand why niggas hang around this nigga or associate themselves with this type of nigga, because these niggas are snakes. These are the same type of niggas you know this nigga was a snake in the streets. He wasn't a real nigga anyway. He was a phony ass nigga. We ain't hang with niggas like that. We don't fuck. I can speak for me. We didn't fuck with niggas like that. I didn't fuck with dudes like that. If you was a fake ass nigga like that, you was a snake. You was a nigga that steal and set niggas up, talk behind niggas back and shit like that, and you can't say it to a nigga face, then I don't fuck with niggas like that. All right? So it's a different when niggas is your ops. You get what I'm saying? It's different. Like, it's a difference. It's like, fuck them niggas. Anything goes at it. You talk behind their back, snake them, whatever, but they your ops. But if it's niggas that you know that's like that, and in your circle or niggas you cool with, you don't fuck with niggas like that if you find out what type of niggas they are, right? And the problem is with a lot of the young folks and shit, and then there's some jewels I'm going to drop. A lot of times y'all niggas so caught up in the materialistic bullshit and don't stand on principles. And so that's why y'all can't see these type of niggas like Tekashi 6ix9ine and, I'm sorry, Danny Hernandez and people like Hassan Campbell and Wack 100 and Charleston White and a lot of these clown ass bozo ass niggas. Y'all can't see these niggas coming because you caught up in the limelight. Everybody want to be famous. Niggas ain't got no morals. You can't be in a room with niggas if you won't stand for nothing, because anybody can take advantage of you. So you have to come in and have to have some type of morals and standards. But niggas don't have these. A lot of these young niggas don't have that, and that's why these niggas get bamboozled by this nigga Wack 100 and niggas like him. So let's get into this shit. He did some shit on Clubhouse. I don't go to that shit, but I catch the clips and then do the shit on YouTube. Listen, these niggas talk about the Young Thug situation, but they first talk about how Tupac was a snitch, right? I'm gonna break that down because, like I said, niggas got the gang fucked up. All right, let's move on.
He inflicted bodies on you, and you talk. I'm confused.
You said Pac told
Yeah, on Against All Odds, he talked about pretty much everything. He basically
it was a lot of name drops on there.
Come on, bro, about
That's why
bodies,
he said
bro.
this is the realest shit I ever wrote, but then he just
You right.
A bitch, how you calling Haitian Jack a bitch snitch nigga, and you talk about the violence he inflicted on you?
Yeah.
No, first of all, if anybody heard that Pac song or what he talking about, let's be very, very clear about it. Let's go back to the Tupac shit. Listen, listen, people. I was active at this time when Pac was, was out and he was rocking, right? And a lot of this shit was going on, right? Listen, Haitian Jack always denied that. Let's just put this out here. Haitian Jack always denied that he had anything to do with. Shout out to Brother Bell. Shout out to Brother Bell in the building. Another OBF family member. He always denied that he didn't have anything to do with Tupac getting set up at Squad Studios, right? The whole robbery shit. He said that he had nothing to do with that, right? Listen, there's no proof that he did it, right? We don't know that, but we know. What we do know is that the motherfuckers that robbed Pac knew who they were. He knew that they were Haitian Jack boys. Now, if Haitian Jack didn't give them the word, that's fine. And they went off on their own and did what they did, right? But that doesn't. But you and people gotta understand. See, I've been shot too. I'm gonna say something about that. How a nigga think, right? Because it's not snitching. Listen. So, and let's rewind that, right? The Squad Studio shit. Now, before that, Pac was in court with Haitian Jack, and I think another nigga or something like that, maybe, right? They was in a hotel with the whole situation about the girl said she got raped, right? So if it was Haitian Jack that raped this chick, or it was a dude that was with Haitian Jack raped this chick, or this chick was lying, right? We know she was lying about Pac, right? So we don't know if she got raped, right? On real talk. So her credibility is iffy anyway if anybody from Haitian Jack people raped her or whatever, right? Now, Haitian Jack was a very, very big deal back in the 90s and the 80s and shit. Like, he was a real nigga. Like, he's from that street shit in New York. He was known. Haitian Jack wasn't just known in New York, nigga. He was known in Maryland. He was known in a lot of fucking states. Okay, so Haitian Jack wasn't no pussy nigga. So that's not my motive. But not my issue. My thing is the mind state of Pac. People that knew Pac was telling Pac. Biggie told Pac, hey man, stop fucking with this dude, man. This dude is grimy. He's shady. He on some other shit. Mind you, people know who Haitian Jack is in the streets. In New York. They know how he is. All right? Allegedly. So, first of all, it ain't even alleged. Niggas know who Haitian Jack was. I knew who Haitian Jack was, and I was from Maryland. I'm from B-More. So I knew who the fuck Haitian Jack was. Okay? So listen. And it wasn't all for him knowing Pac. I knew this nigga off some street shit. All right? So, whatever that situation happened in that hotel with that chick, they all got arrested. right? Now, this shit is documented. Yeah, Mike Tyson, yeah, you're right, LT. Mike Tyson warned Tupac about Haitian Jack. Okay? Now, when all these niggas get arrested, Haitian Jack was doing some behind the scenes shit with the FBI or whoever, the district attorney, whoever the fuck it was, and somehow skated from that shit. Skated from the charge. Pac got arrested. I mean, Pac was still, like, they still were saying Pac did this shit. You heard nothing else about Haitian Jack being a part of her being raped. She admitted Pac didn't rape her. She just said that Pac allowed it to happen because he kicked her out his room, and he went to sleep, and he woke up to yelling and screaming and shit, and then he went in her room and they was doing some shit. And she was like, you let this happen, they raped me. No, she bust in Pac's room and basically said that, screaming and yelling, you let this happen to me, you let them rape me. Mind you, Pac sleep. How the fuck he have anything to do with how you got raped? But somehow, some way, because if you go back and look at Pac charges, he wasn't charged with raping. It was almost like if a motherfucker rob a bank and you the motherfucker in the car, right? You ain't shot nobody, you ain't go in there and rob nobody, but you're a part of the robbery. So you're a part of that. That was Pac charge. He didn't have nothing to do with her rape. He didn't set her up to be raped, none of that shit. But she somehow, the district attorney, they made this about Pac because he was the most famous out of all these niggas. But Haitian Jack had connections. Somehow he got out of that shit and left Pac, and Pac supposed to be his man. He let Pac take those charges, knowing Pac had nothing to do with that shit. Now, that to me, my opinion, that shit iffy from the beginning. If somebody else, listen, if I'm not mistaken, she never said who raped her, or the guys was in there that supposed to rape her. I don't know. I gotta go back and look at it, but I don't think none of those dudes went to jail. Haitian Jack definitely didn't go to jail for that shit. Okay, but Pac did, and he didn't have nothing to do with the rape. Nothing. They had no evidence saying he raped her. He didn't even fuck her that day. And mind you, Pac fucked her before because but he didn't fuck her that day. So they didn't have no DNA, none of that shit. Okay? Now, Haitian Jack did some sneaky, grimy shit behind the scenes. That nigga was working with the feds. That's just a fact. He did a backdoor deal with his lawyer, with the district attorney and the feds, because they wanted Pac. That's what happened. All those niggas got off scot-free. Pac in court. Pac like, why the fuck am I here? Where these niggas at? Pac felt like these niggas set him up, which it looks like. That's like, how are you snitching when a nigga basically snitched on you or set you up to take something that you didn't do? How are you snitching? That's not snitching. Pac basically from the beginning said he never raped her. That's all he said. He didn't say Haitian Jack and them raped her. He basically said, I didn't rape her. I had nothing to do with what she talking about. But once Pac found out that these niggas did a backdoor deal on him to throw him under the bus, that's when Pac said, fuck you niggas then. How the fuck, nigga, I ain't had nothing to do with that, and you niggas gonna throw me under the bus? That's when Pac said, fuck those niggas. He still didn't snitch on them niggas because he still didn't know if them niggas raped that woman or not. He wasn't in the room. So he never snitched. Now, they say, now mind you, when Haitian Jack found out that Pac said what he said, because he was on camera saying, where are these niggas at? These niggas, why y'all coming at me? I'm a rapper, I'm an actor. Yeah, I had sex with her, but not that day. I ain't rape. I love women, blah, blah, blah. Y'all remember the video, right? Now, mind you, when Haitian Jack heard about this on TV, he felt a certain type of way. Now, and his boys felt a certain type of way. Haitian Jack say he never put the word out for something to happen to Pac. Let's just say that true. But the nigga credibility ain't good for me, so I believe he did put the hit on Pac. My opinion. Okay? If you let a nigga take a fall for something he ain't do, nigga, why would I trust you or not to put a hit on the nigga? Okay? So, his boys, so-called, let's go over Haitian Jack shit. His point of view. Somehow Pac knew the niggas that robbed him. He knew they was Haitian Jack boys. The reason he blamed Biggie and them was because of the simple fact it seemed to, if you get shot, you would think a whole bunch of niggas that shot you. And mind you, I thought like Pac too. Listen, when you don't do dirt in the streets like that, you try to help niggas or you loyal to your niggas. And you wind up getting shot in front of your niggas or in the building or the security of that shit. You gonna feel like this shit was a setup. Niggas set me up. I felt the same way when I got shot. I blamed all my boys. Like, yo, how the fuck, nigga, I'm known for having a gun. My niggas known for having guns. How the fuck nobody busting back? Nobody got a gun on them? And then mind you, when I got shot, it wasn't even my beef. It was my niggas' beef. I told you, I never started shit. I always used to get in shit with my niggas. Because my niggas, they ride, I ride. I ride, they ride. That's how we was. It didn't matter if I started it or not, or they started it or not. I ride. It wasn't even my beef. I get shot over that shit. And my man, and my peoples, he got shot too. And we almost both died. Listen, but I was blaming niggas around me. His family was blaming me. Because at the time, nigga, I was getting busy in the streets. So, I understood for a while, I didn't trust people for a long fucking time. Nigga, and that changed me. That changed the shit out of how I thought about motherfuckers and how I did shit and I moved. So imagine Pac, a nigga that never does nothing to his peoples. He stand up for his peoples. Nothing happens to him in the streets. He Pac everywhere. Hoods, mind you, everybody know Pac used to be in the hoods. Nigga, you see him in Beverly Hills. You seen Pac everywhere, nigga. And nothing happens to him because he's beloved, because he's showing love. And this shit happens to him, you think this nigga is acting like, they like, why you wildin'? Nigga, what? All the love and the shit that I show niggas, and my niggas trying to, I get touched? And mind you, when I got into the shit, what I got into, nigga, I had family everywhere, nigga. I told you, my cousin was on Merlin Most Wanted, nigga. He was a fucking hitman in Baltimore. So, nigga, I was highly respected just off of my peoples. And then at the same time, on my reputation, that nigga, I don't go around fucking with niggas, starting shit with niggas. My crew wasn't even niggas really like that. Here and there, they do some shit, but we wasn't really like that. Going around fucking with niggas and, starting beefs and shit like that. We wasn't really like that, but usually a lot of the beefs that I got into was because of them. But, now, you don't think you should be touched because you do shit and you carry yourself a certain type of way and you show love to your peoples. So Pac thought that way. So that's why he spazzed the way he did. And then mind you, Pac was never like an official street nigga. Pac just wasn't scared of nobody. He wasn't scared of the streets. He wasn't scared to be nowhere. The nigga was a baby Black Panther. He wasn't scared. And he's an artist. And everything he spoke about was known. It wasn't like he was saying shit that nobody knew about. Everybody in New York City knew that Haitian Jack peoples robbed Pac. That is a fucking fact. So he didn't speak on nothing that wasn't already out there and people was already talking about. And first of all, that wasn't even street shit. That nigga, Haitian Jack, did a backdoor deal and threw Pac under the bus. That's how that started. That ain't wasn't on no street shit. Nigga throw you under the bus in court in front of them motherfucking, these white supremacists, man. How the fuck you think you supposed to feel? And first of all, in Wack 100, we all know you got a hard on for Nipsey Hussle and Tupac because those niggas are really respected through the world. And your bitch ass is only, I ain't even gonna say respected, niggas dick ride you because you play like you still a gangster. What up, Rick Jr.? You a bitch nigga and everybody knows it. You ride the coattails of other niggas. That's why you talk about everybody all the fucking time. You an entertainer, nigga. You know gangster. Stop screaming Paru, nigga. You know gangster. And I'm gonna prove that he ain't a fucking gangster. Alexa, go to YouTube.
Here is YouTube.
Alexa. Shit. Alexa, go to YouTube.
Here is YouTube.
First of all, I wasn't talking to your ass. Alexa, go to YouTube.
Here is YouTube.
Why the fuck is she? Hold on, y'all. So that's what happened when you got too many of these homegirls down here. Alexa, go to YouTube.
Here is YouTube.
But that's how that goes, people. This nigga trying to sit out here and act like Pac was talking about some shit that ain't nobody know nothing about. The fuck out of here. And it wasn't on no street shit. He threw Pac under the bus. Go look at all that shit. He threw Pac under the bus, bro. Go look at the documents, the court documents, all that shit. Go look at all that shit you can Google and see on YouTube. All that shit with Pac. That's what happened. That's why Pac was so fucking mad.
No weed, ain't no guns,
And
ain't
being
no
in the
drink.
feds,
Man,
listen,
what?
broke, listen, having no money in the feds is like living.
Second verse was about real street.
This nigga don't stop. But they say Haitian Jack was definitely that. I don't know, like how it go.
Hold on, bro. Watch your mouth. That's a
It was a lot of name drops on
come
there.
on, bro. About
That's why he
violence,
said
bro.
this the realest shit I ever wrote. But then he just like,
You right.
A
yeah.
bitch. How you calling Haitian Jack a bitch snitch nigga, and you talk about the violence he inflicted on you?
Yeah, they
But I want to
The first verse was he was just
Because anything goes after that Wack 100. Because he did snitch on Pac. He did snitch on Pac. He threw Pac under the bus. He set Pac up publicly. It wasn't no hush hush street shit. It was public. He did this shit behind the scenes with those feds and that district attorney. It's documented. What the fuck are you talking about, nigga? And the shit never came from street shit. Those bitch niggas took it to some street shit. They started in the courts, and then they took it to some street shit because Pac called them bitch ass niggas out. For snitching on them, for throwing them under, not even snitching on them, throwing them under the bus for something he didn't do. What are you talking about? You pussy ass nigga? How do people sit back and allow this nigga just to run his fucking mouth and believe this nigga? Like I said, you see the title, he got the game fucked up. Nigga, anything goes that you threw me under the bus. Actually, you set me up. You set me up, threw me under the bus for some shit I didn't even do. And nigga, I supposed to show some loyalty to some bullshit ass street code? Nigga, you broke the code. Haitian Jack broke the code, nigga. You don't get the Haitian Jack you don't get to give Haitian Jack the street code. Oh, going to code shit. He broke the code. He broke the rules, nigga. After that, anything goes. They are like Pac was out there just snitching and telling on niggas about the situation. Even with the situation going on, Pac never said shit. All he said, I didn't rape this woman. I had no reason to rape women. I love women. He never brung up Haitian Jack. He never said those guys did it. But they did. Nigga, ain't no code after that. You throw me under the bus. You try to set me up for some shit that y'all maybe did or that bitch lied. And that basically y'all tried to set me up? Nigga, please. Fuck your code, nigga. First of all, it ain't even no street code shit. It's not even that. That nigga already crossed the line with that. So anything goes. Haitian Jack didn't get arrested for Pac talking about how they robbed them and shit like that because there wasn't no evidence. Other than Pac knowing who the fuck it was. Pac ain't never pressed no charges. He knew who the fuck robbed him. Them niggas wasn't wearing masks. He knew exactly who the niggas was, but he never pressed charges. Them niggas never got arrested. He rapped it in the songs. And back then, they didn't use your words against you and shit like that in courts. So they wasn't doing that shit. Now they doing that shit, but they wasn't doing that back then. But he didn't snitch on those niggas. And first of all, nigga, if you want to say Pac snitched, well, then Haitian Jack a snitch too, nigga. He a snitch too. I would never, listen, if I did some shit, I would never allow no nigga to take the downfall for something I did. Set another nigga up to do some shit. Especially if he's supposed to be my man. He's supposed to be my homeboy. Who does that? Nigga, you already broke the rules. Like I keep telling people, I don't know where the fuck they do this shit at. I don't know where this nigga, where the fuck do they do that at? Pac ain't go to no street shit with it. He coulda. He coulda been like, yo, these niggas threw me under the bus. I'm putting a hit out on these niggas. He never did that. Those niggas took that shit to the street level. Either they threw him under the bus or set him up. And it looked more like a setup. But Pac was supposed to be his man. Fuck out of here. Fuck Haitian Jack, nigga. That's why his bitch ass got deported. Fuck that nigga. And fuck Wack 100 for. But you ever notice Wack always defends snitches? You know that? Or slimy snake ass niggas. You notice that? Oh, bitch ass nigga. But he always try to discredit real dudes or good dudes reputations. He always try to do that. You ever notice that? Just notice what he does. I still to this day don't even know why he started fucking with Trick Daddy. I don't know if he called Trick Daddy a snitch or whatever, because you know you always trying to call somebody a snitch, but he defends snitches. How the fuck? Listen, nigga, hold on, yo. Where in the game does that make any sense to anybody? How you could call another nigga a snitch when you defend snitches? And why you worrying about a motherfucking snitch, Wack 100? You ain't a gangster. You're an actor, nigga. You're a reality star, nigga. You're a citizen, nigga, just like me. You You may come from some street shit, but you ain't no street nigga. You ain't active. And I don't give a fuck how many Paru niggas you know that may be active. You're not. The fuck out of here, nigga. I know a whole bunch of niggas that get busy. But that don't mean I get busy. That don't mean I'm about that street shit. Niggas always pretending, man. I can't stand these cornball ass niggas, man. Come on, man. Let's move on, man.
He was dissing rappers. The second verse was about real street.
This nigga don't stop.
But they say Haitian Jack was definitely that. I don't know, like how it goes.
Hold on, bro. Watch your mouth. That's a friend of mine. That nigga still living. I just left him.
No.
And I don't give a fuck if he a friend of yours and then he say he living. Well, Pac did, and you still talking shit about him. Fuck you, nigga. You called that man a snitch. Haitian Jack the snitch, nigga. A snake, however you want to look at it. A cruddy ass former street nigga. I don't know what the fuck he doing, where the fuck he at now. I know he over in the Dominican Republic or something like that, but fuck that nigga. You too old for this shit. That's the main issue I have. This nigga way too old for this shit. You 44 years old, bro. Matter of fact, you grew up in the same era I grew up in. I keep forgetting that Wack ain't that much older than I am. Wack maybe about 3 or 4 years older than me. My cousins and shit like 3 or 4 years older than me. I'm part of them because I hung with them in that era. I hung with niggas in that era. My cousins and shit was still getting busy at the time when I jumped off the porch. So I was hanging with niggas like that. So Wack ain't that much older than me. So we grew up in the same fucking era. Where they do that at? Why is niggas allowing this bitch nigga to be out here running his mouth? Fucking Haitian Jack, nigga. Oh, he a friend of mine. No, nobody. So what? What you gonna do about it? What you gonna do about it? You say what the fuck you want to say about Pop, but nobody can't say nothing about your so-called friend Haitian Jack. Fuck that nigga. And fuck you too. Who the fuck are you? You're a fake ass wannabe active gangster, which you ain't active. Your son gay, but you don't like gay people. But your son gay. Oh, you only like your son. And no disrespect to Shorty. Because like I said, I don't want to fuck with the kids and shit like that. But hey, your son gay, nigga. But you got a problem with gay people. Fuck out of here, nigga. You old goofy ass nigga. You supposed to have grandkids. And you still sitting out here as a grandfather acting like your son age. Talking like you get busy, like you're active in the street. You ain't active. You may know niggas that are active, you may run with some niggas that may be some hitters, but why? People need to ask themselves that. Why is he doing that? Because he's a fraud. And he's sitting out here putting out bad information to these children. Oh, pickle face motherfucker. I'm just wondering, even the niggas in the clubhouse that's dick riding, say, y'all can't see through this toxic shit because he's toxic. This nigga is the male version of Jada Pinkins, nigga. He's the male version of Jada Pinkins Smith, nigga. Toxic. Just putting out all the information, nigga. Like, or making up shit, lying about a lot of shit. Even if some of the shit supposed to be secret, he's still talking about it. Oh, potty mouth ass nigga. But he called him Pac a snitch. You out here snitching on niggas. You out here telling on other niggas. And the shit supposed to be a secret, you say. The Nipsey shit supposed to be a secret. Right? The video. You brung it up. You behind the scenes talking to a nigga you don't even know like that, bringing up some shit about Nipsey, and he supposed to be from your coast. These niggas got the game fucked up. That's why these young niggas don't have no fucking morals. A lot of them. They just wild west niggas just running around doing whatever the fuck. Because ain't no morals, because you got niggas like Wack 100 putting this dumbass shit out here to make it seem like it's okay to be reckless like this. But I'm sorry, he get ready to start dropping some so-called lie jewels on people. Watch this.
What women in PR.
No. Hey, Wack, I'm talking about gangster-wise. I don't know nothing about him telling.
Okay, so why is this nigga doing a rap song about what he did to him, but he called him a snitch?
But you call it, yeah.
No, man.
Yeah, that's true.
But niggas don't say, hey, Wack, that's Pac, man. That's, man, I wouldn't give a fuck.
Time out. But see how he flipped that? He don't tell you the story of why Pac called him a snitch. Because he snitched on Pac, or he did some fuck shit behind, like I told you, behind the scenes with that case, he did some fuck shit and threw Pac under the bus. Basically set him up. But somehow, Wack 100 don't want to talk about that. Wack, you don't even have no credibility because you hang around with rats. You do business with rats. So you can't call Pac a rat or a snitch or some shit like that because you hang around with rats and snitches. You are a rat. Because if you associate yourself with a rat, and I don't give a fuck if it's business or it's not, you're a rat too. You're not to be trusted. But I guess they ain't teach you that being a Paru, huh? Oh, bitch ass nigga. They say, I don't give a fuck if it's Pac, sock, nigga. You ain't got the kid. We know you don't care. You ain't nothing but an old ass Tekashi 6ix9ine, nigga. I'm sorry, an old ass Danny Hernandez. And you worse than that rat ass nigga because you know better. Well, we're assuming you know better. You call everybody a rat, but you hang with rats. You do business with rats. You defend rats. But somebody's supposed to take you serious about calling another nigga a rat or a snitch. Yeah, nigga, please. Fuck out of here. Just like he talked shit about Suge. But when Suge was out, he ain't say a motherfucking thing. And a lot of these niggas is like that. A lot of those niggas, they talk all that gangster shit while Suge ain't this and Suge wasn't that. When Suge was doing it, why ain't nobody press him? You waited to Suge, even if he had niggas behind him, whatever. You waited till he ain't had no niggas. And Suge wasn't never scared because he went every fucking way. Even when he had the mob behind him. Suge still was a damn bully. Suge got his ass. Everybody take L's, but Suge still was Suge, nigga. He didn't change that much. People acting like Suge he changed. He didn't change. He just didn't have the backing. He had the power like he used to. That's it. But Suge was Suge. None of those niggas was talking that gangster shit when Suge was Suge. Them niggas wasn't like that. Them niggas just was as pussy as the rest of the niggas they calling pussy. You in the car with Suge. Suge was so much of this and that, Wack 100. Why you in the car with this nigga? Huh? Looking like how Pac looked when they was riding down Vegas. When he got killed. That's how you looked. Pac looked like some shit was about to happen. Scared looking, kinda. This bitch ass nigga, man. And then the crazy part about it was he talk all this shit about Nip. When Nip was alive, he said nothing. This nigga said nothing. Oh, Nip, my man, Nip, you know that's game, homeboy. You a bitch for that. You wait till niggas die. Or you fuck with niggas when you know the niggas ain't even on that level to be doing no shit. You ain't like that, Wack. You're a hypocrite, bro. You ain't like that. You call all these niggas out for fades, but I ain't seen no fades or heard no fades. We seen the Chinese boy, China Mac, get his fade. We don't hear about your bullshit. You talk about fades, you ain't about that shit. You're an old ass nigga still trying to act like you in your 20s. And let me just tell you how fucked up of a corny ass nigga he is. When he was even coming at them little young boys like that, right? He was coming at the 21-7. Those niggas are shooters. Those niggas don't fight. My stopped a lot of the fighting shit. I ain't gonna lie, we just started shooting niggas. My did that. Niggas ain't out here throwing no hands no more. You talking about fades, nigga? Sit your old ass down, nigga. I'm talking that young, that old ass shit to these young niggas. These niggas don't want to hear that shit. Nigga, every time you turn around, he beefing with somebody. Nigga, you be like, God damn, bro. Like, where's the unity at? Where the unity that you trying to do? If you even got a disagreement with some brothers, it's a way you can say it. He's so disrespectful with this shit. But you about our people. Nigga, you ain't about what we do, nigga. Sit your pussy ass down. You're a desperate housewife reality star, nigga. Sit your bitch ass down. Hip hop reality show type motherfucker. Sit your bitch ass down, nigga.
Stock, doc, block.
Niggas.
Sometimes niggas just gotta learn how to plead ignorance, man. I don't know.
Niggas is crazy, bro.
Then you gotta understand, this nigga knows that the feds is listening to all this shit. He knows. I know when I'm even talking about a lot of shit I'm talking about, I know the feds watching. Nigga, I don't give a fuck. Listen, because I ain't talking about no shit to get anybody incriminated or get myself incriminated, right? I know better, right? This nigga knows what he's doing. So that's why he continue to go at niggas. He want niggas to react to him. And this nigga ain't outside like you motherfuckers really think he is. Just like Suge said from jail, nigga, why you running around acting like, and you talking about a nigga that walked around and did shit that he had no business doing. He was a big ass bully, Suge Knight. Finally get his wake up call, his nigga call, and his ass locked up for 20 something years. He said to Wack, why you running around starting shit, man? You a truck driver, bro. This nigga ain't even from Los Angeles. You from the valley somewhere, nigga. Sit your bitch ass down. Why you running around acting like you tough? Why you questioning everybody else's manhood or toughness when you ain't that guy? These are the type of niggas that usually get themselves hurt. This nigga is the feds, just like Tekashi 6ix9ine. These type of niggas are fed niggas. Running around, starting beefs. He know what he doing. That's why he say certain shit. You fucking with Trick Daddy for what? Trick Daddy is a legend in Miami, in Florida. He highly respected. He's highly fucking respected. But you want to go fuck with niggas. That's what you do, yo. Cause the feds, he know the feds is watching. Cause if something happened to him, he know the feds gonna go to the niggas that he was talking about. That's like Tekashi 69 when he talking about, well, I'm out here by myself. Nigga, you know the feds is going. Listen, even if you out that bitch by yourself, you know something happened to you, you know where the feds is going to look at.
Like this world ain't no more of that shit. This nigga Jay Prince said, yeah. I did catch one thing. You paying attention to Clubhouse. Yeah. And I ain't on Clubhouse. Don't matter. You on the internet. Another social media platform, nigga. Your Instagram.
Hey, but Wack, it looked like they only charging
You know why Jay Prince said that? It's because of the simple fact Jay Prince is not out here on social media platforms all the time talking negative shit. This man is a promoter of boxing. He's in shit. He's doing positive shit for the community. You're not. You're stirring up trouble. You're trying to agitate people to be activated to do fuck shit. That's the difference. That's why Jay Prince said, nigga, I ain't all on club. Yeah, he on social media, but even if he on social media, he not doing what you doing. See, this is the problem with niggas. If your credibility gotta mean something. You don't have no credibility. You ain't doing shit for the streets. You ain't doing shit for the community. You just running your mouth, stirring up trouble in the community. Trying to activate niggas to do some fuck shit. And listen, and I'm gonna say this to everybody, every like real street niggas. If he says some fucked up shit about motherfuckers, don't reply. He's an agent. Now I told you all about Tekashi 69. Ignore that nigga. Let niggas like me say something. Y'all ain't got to say shit. Don't fuck y'all life up for these snitches. These rat ass niggas, these snakes in the grass ass niggas. These niggas ain't gonna do shit. They ain't even like that. They got the feds behind them. That's why they run their fucking mouth all the time. Like they get busy. They don't get busy. They don't get busy. Tekashi 69, Wack 100, Charleston White, Hassan Campbell, none of those niggas get busy. They are not active, real street niggas. They are internet fake thugs that's living off of some glory years. Tekashi 69, we know he ain't real, but the rest of those, Charleston White, all those niggas is trying to live off of their old glory days when they was supposed to be active. Bunch of grown-ass, over 40-something-year-old men out here talking like they tough. Ain't nothing tough about them. Nothing. I don't give a fuck if you can fight or you can bang a gun. Nigga, I can bang a gun and I can fight. That doesn't mean I'm tough. That mean I defend my shit. I defend mine. That's it. I ain't trying to be no tough guy. For what? For what? I ain't got nothing to prove to no motherfucking body how tough I am. I know who the fuck I am. Motherfuckers that know me know how I get busy or if I had to get busy or how I used to get busy. I don't got to prove nothing to none of these fucking fake ass niggas. These niggas want to tell you how tough they are. Nigga, all the bodies I got that body. Who cares? You ain't doing it now. You ain't doing it now. It doesn't matter. Let it go. Your glory days are over, nigga. You supposed to be just uplifting the people, not trying to tear it down. Because remember in your glory days, your fucked up glory days, all of us, we was destroying our communities. That's what we say now. But you niggas are still out here trying to still destroy the fucking community. With your nonsense. With your lies and your hypocritical talking points. Like you're really representing the streets. Or, nigga, you don't listen, first of all, I don't represent the streets. I just want to make that clear to everybody. I don't represent the streets. I represent my black people. And that's a big difference. I don't represent street shit. I don't glorify it. I don't condone none of that shit. So I don't want niggas to ever get that twisted about me. But these niggas like to go out here and act like I'm representing the streets. For what? What are you representing the streets for? You ain't active. You ain't doing that shit no more. And you know it's wrong. So why are you representing something that you know is wrong? Anyway, let's move on.
A thug with participating in street gang activity. I don't know what the fuck that is.
Man, they fishing right now, but if they get the drugs, the feds are coming and they Ricoing their ass.
First of all, they ain't reaching. They ain't reaching. And let me just explain something to you. And mind you, these ain't the fans that's coming at Young Thug in them. This is the state. They hit you with a RICO charge, people, they not reaching. It's a game with that RICO shit. We can get deep into that, but I don't give a fuck about it. Right? They not reaching. They believe that these niggas are a part of the violence that's going on in these streets. Because you know why? Because these niggas rapping in their music, they all on the internet, and these niggas are out here pretending. Because it's pretending. They're pretending that they get busy. They're pretending. If I'm riding around in luxury cars, going to mansions, I'm living in mansions, going to mansions, and going to these high expensive restaurants and places like that, nigga, I am not active. If I'm in the rap game, these niggas are not active. If they are, they're stupid. If you hang around with niggas that are active in the street, you're stupid. And that's why your dumbasses get locked up and get RICO'd. Listen to me, people. I don't feel sorry for Young Thug and none of those niggas because the simple fact that these niggas are not young niggas. These niggas are getting caught up in these charges and they older niggas. That, I mean, they mid-age niggas. They like 28, 30 years old. They know better. Sorry. They 5 years extended from the streets. So they know better. They fucking know better. So we're not going to sit up here and play these dumbass games about these niggas don't know no better. It's just a bunch of dumb shit. And we keep giving these niggas passes for you making millions of fucking dollars off of music legally. But you still acting and being around niggas that are active. Listen, only way I'm being around niggas that are active if I'm going to the communities to try to get them niggas to stop this shit. You could be my boy or not. I'm not hanging around you if you still out in the streets. I'm not letting you fuck this money up. And the reason I say this money is because, nigga, I'm trying to take this money to help you too. It ain't just about me. If I actually really truly care about niggas, I'm not letting you fuck this money up. These niggas be speaking about crimes that they homeboys are doing or they putting hits out on niggas to do. That's what they doing. They're not talking about some past shit that happened. That's why I like the King Von. Von was talking about some shit that he did do. He wasn't talking about what he was doing because he wasn't really in the street active like that. So he was just rapping about shit that happened in the past. We had statute limitations on. Or he knew in his mind that they ain't got no evidence other than what they think that I'm saying. Listen, I got my criticism for King Von, God rest his soul. Love the little nigga as an entertainer, as a rapper. I love the little yo. I thought he was the next big thing. And I love Lil Durk. Listen, man, those niggas just sitting back putting money back in the hood, giving these niggas his guns is the stupidest shit I have ever heard in my life. Allegedly. You're supposed to be building the community, bro. You don't supposed to be giving these niggas guns, buying these niggas guns allegedly, and money to keep drug shit going on to hurt people in the community and to kill other motherfuckers. No. That's not what that is. But in their mind, believe it or not, they just said, look, I'm buying all these guns and shit like that because I want my niggas to be protected from the other ops. Believe it or not, that's how they thinking. It's stupid thinking, but it is what it is. I don't feel sorry for Young Thug, you know. Niggas been warned. Wallow did an interview, him and Gilly. Wallow told this nigga, man, don't bring that street shit to making your money. You gonna fuck all your shit up. What happened? Wallow predicted exactly what the fuck was gonna happen to Young Thug. I'm supposed to feel sorry for that? No, nigga. Sorry. And it's not like he young. He's like 28 years old, if I ain't mistaken. 30. I think Young Thug like 30 years old. Come on, bro. You only 10 years, 11 years younger than me. The fuck out of here. He know better. But he want to keep that slime and all that dumb, goofy ass shit. Out here making a mockery of yourself. Wearing dresses and purses and blouses and shit and lipstick and shit. You go goofy. First of all, I don't even fucking like Young Thug. Personally. Because of what he did to those sisters at that airport. I ain't forget that shit. And then you play around with gay shit. The fuck out of here. If you ain't gay, nigga, stop playing with that shit. Niggas act like that shit was cool. Oh, well, he do get busy in the street. He do got them sticks. So what, nigga? I know gangsters that can, I know gay people that can get busy and fight, but they say they gay. They ain't playing. They gay. The fuck you talking about? I ain't know no heterosexual man that played with gay shit. That's supposed to be a street nigga. He's a weirdo. Fuck that nigga Young Thug. Seriously.
Yes, they got him forbid.
First of all, this how they work. This how they work, bro. They gonna pull everybody in. They gonna show everybody that's telling who they told on who. And then they gonna show the shit they ain't charged them with. And then they gonna give niggas an option.
Hey, do anybody want to make
Then
a
they
bet
gonna
right
get
now?
them drugs and you gonna hear
Everybody
about
make
the Rico.
Listen, and you know why Wack know about it? Because he a snitch. He know. Listen, I don't know what's gonna happen. All I know is that I don't give a fuck who snitch and who don't snitch. It's Young Thug fault. Because we tried to tell you. But you still decided to be this so-called studio gangster. We can't help you. I told you some of these niggas we can't help. We just gotta let them go. Let them go. And Young Thug is one of them. Fuck them. Now, you see these niggas in court, they look like scary niggas. Because I keep telling people, jail ain't nothing to play with, nigga. It ain't even about the time too much. It's just the reality of being locked up. I don't fuck with. Nigga, that ain't the space, nigga. That is not the place. Now, you really around real killers and murderers. A lot of niggas in the streets ain't really killers and murderers like that. A lot of niggas be pretending they get busy like that or run with niggas that get busy like that. A lot of them niggas ain't like that. And like I said, the streets is different from the jails. Now you see these niggas look all scary looking. Look at a lot of them niggas when they get locked up and they go in front of the judge. Look at them. Oh, scary ass niggas. Because you know why? They know they fucked up. They know they fucked up. It's over. And listen, it's almost like glorifying death, right? People keep talking about they gonna die. They keep talking about death. That shit usually come. You keep talking about that shit too much, right? It's the same thing with jail. It's the same shit. You keep glorifying that shit like that, then this is what happens. That shit comes right around to you. Stop glorifying shit. I keep telling these niggas that.
You make a bet right now?
On what?
Thug, my nigga, I don't think he gonna do no telling. I mean, I don't.
No,
I don't
hold
think
on.
so.
I ain't think Tekashi was gonna tell, but there's that.
Now, far as Thug, I ain't gonna.
He said, I ain't think Tekashi 6ix9ine was going to tell. Listen, people, maybe he might be right. Maybe he really truly did think that. Listen, people. First of all, even if you ain't think that, you still hang with it. You still dick ride a nigga that glorified Tekashi 6ix9ine, which is Wack 100. Give him passes all the time for being a snitch. I don't give a fuck if other people snitch. You still do not side with a nigga that do snitch. Nobody said everybody real. Nobody said that. And just because this nigga Tekashi come out, these niggas ain't real. Nigga, how was a nigga that how can another nigga call me say that I'm not real when we know you ain't? And that supposed to mean something. These niggas got the game fucked up, man. I don't know what's going on, man.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I was thinking that he might will, but I don't think Thug will. The only reason I don't think he will because he's straight in life right now. But when it comes to like Gunna, what's the other his little homeboy? He always talk about him.
Listen, listen. A lot of those niggas is listen. I'm not saying that Young Thug gonna snitch. I'm just saying like this. It doesn't matter if he snitch or he don't snitch. Listen, what's going to happen? He's going to do with what's his name? The other nigga that took the plea deal. The other rapper nigga. Fuck is these? I don't even fuck with a lot of these niggas like that anyway. But fuck is his name? From New York. God damn it. He just pleaded guilty. Nah, he from New York, LT. He just pleaded guilty and shit. God damn it, I can't remember his name right now. But come to find out, the reason that he even took the plea deal because he started to hear that niggas was starting to snitch on him. He still didn't snitch on them niggas, but he took the plea deal. He was like, "Fuck it, I'm caught." You start getting these niggas, but you start to get these niggas behind the scene with the feds, and they start snitching. Nigga, you fuck. So he's like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna take a plea deal." Because he would have never pleaded guilty. He'd have fought that shit. So, listen, these niggas, listen, that's why I be saying, like, the niggas got the game fucked up. Ain't no more real niggas like that. Niggas be claiming they real. Listen, I'm going to tell you something on real talk. Niggas only real when they don't get caught. A lot of niggas are like that. Now everybody screaming out how tough and gangster they are and shit until they get caught. And then niggas get caught, and then the motherfucking them feds and them law enforcement come down, DAs come drop the bombs on, tell you how many years you gonna get. These niggas all of a sudden they ain't that tough no more. Cause like I said, it's one thing of being tough out here in these streets. It's another thing when you get in the motherfucking jails. It's different. Cause niggas be talking all that gangster rah-rah shit. As I told you about, the niggas be talking that Casanova, that's his name. LT Casanova. Yeah, he just took the plea deal because he heard niggas was snitching on him. He found out niggas was snitching on him, so he took the plea deal. Listen, a lot of these niggas, yeah, Casanova. Yeah. A lot of these niggas talk that gangster shit out in these streets because it's different. The streets is different from when you get in those jails. These niggas glorify that shit, but a lot of these niggas ain't even really did no time. And like I said, I don't give a fuck for me. I don't give a fuck if I spend a day in jail, nigga. That ain't the spot. So, listen. But like I said, if I do this, if I'm a part of some shit, when I was out in the street, when I was a part of some shit, if I had to go to jail for some shit, I was facing life, nigga. Listen, you need to go to jail, nigga. Hey, man. That's part of the code of the streets, nigga. That's a part of the rules. That's how I grew up. Hey, regardless, that mean your time then ran out for all your fuck shit. That's how I took that, and a lot of niggas around me did that. Like that's how we were. Like this shit is different now. These niggas is acting like it's okay to be snitching on them. And we ain't saying there wasn't no snitch niggas back then. That shit, the shit that I got caught up in, the nigga was snitching on me. Nigga, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna get too much in the details about why he stopped. why he changed his mind. But yeah, it is what it is. But I was willing to go ahead and ride. And who the fuck could I snitch on? Nigga, like, I was the one that did it. You get what I'm saying? Who the fuck was I going to snitch? And I told you, I used to do shit by myself, bro. I didn't, whatever, man. We get too deep in that shit. But, because I don't want to glorify that shit. Because it's nothing to glorify. It was a stupid moment in my life. I just think it was stupid, too. Because I probably could have just walked away. But I'm young. I'm in my prime, basically in that street shit. And I just was on some other shit at that time. I had just got shot. And it was just a lot of shit going on in my mind. I was a loose cannon, bro. So, So if I'd have went to jail for that shit, nigga, that was all on me. And that's why I said, when you into that street shit, nigga, you know. It's all on you, you know. Even if I do some shit with some other niggas, nigga, we all taking this shit. I'ma take it. I ain't gonna snitch on you. You better not snitch on me. And nigga, if you snitch on me, I'm snitching on you. That's how that goes. Especially if you my man. If I don't know who the fuck you are, you an op of mine, nah, I ain't gonna snitch on you. I'd rather handle it in the street. Nigga that shot me, I didn't say nothing. Motherfucker, listen, I can get real deep into that, but I'm not. But, because it was some shit that was going on that I was like, nah, let that shit be in the streets, nigga. I ain't saying nothing, nigga. I want to see this nigga. That's what type of shit I was on. So I was willing to go to jail. I was willing to die. Nigga almost killed me anyway. Nigga, I'm ready to die. Nigga, I'm ready to go to jail. Whatever comes with that shit. Nigga, I felt violated. That's how that shit was. These niggas got the game fucked up.
All them niggas, I think Duke, Thug, I think them niggas gonna stand up.
See, you don't know them, gang. Duke can stand up, nigga. I ain't gonna let niggas actually know them.
I think all of them gonna stand up.
I think what y'all be doing a lot of time, bro. Hey, look, how do y'all know them, bro? Y'all be thinking because they y'all favorite rappers and shit that y'all believe they raps and shit.
Let me hold up. Time out. Let me just say this too, right? Niggas be like, oh, well, you don't know them. Listen, it was niggas. The nigga that I did whatever I did to him, right? The nigga that was about to snitch. Well, he did snitch, but he changed this shit, right? He was a solid nigga in the street. From what I seen and what I knew, knowing the nigga in the street, he was an op of mine, but I knew him as a solid nigga. So when I seen a nigga like after this shit was over, when I seen the nigga like, years later or some shit like that, and he was walking around like he was this thorough ass dude, I had no respect for him. And mind you, at the time I was out the game though, so it wasn't no reason for me to like do nothing to him. But I didn't see the nigga when I was in the street though. After that shit was over, I didn't see him in the street. And so like right after that shit, I kind of got out the street. I had one foot in the game, one foot out. But when I finally did see him, like in presence and shit like that, right? I was out the game. It wasn't no reason for me to do nothing to the nigga because I'm out the game. I ain't about that shit no more. Then that shit happened. It is what it is. I got through it. The nigga changed his mind. Whatever. I'm put like this. He didn't just change his mind, but I'm just saying. It is what it is. But this nigga was still out there acting like he was tough. I had no fucking respect for this nigga. And still to this day I don't. You was a great rat on me, nigga. Even if I was your op, nigga. Nah, bro. I don't respect niggas like that, and I would never be cool with a nigga like that. Still, even if I'm not a street nigga, I know what type of nigga you are. I know what type of some shit get real, nigga, you gonna snitch. I don't fuck with niggas like that. I don't give a fuck if I ain't part of the streets or not, nigga. I hang around with niggas that have morals. If niggas ain't got no morals and niggas ain't about on the real shit, and real shit don't mean you gotta be on some street shit, but just having principles. If you ain't about that, nigga, I don't rock with you. And nigga, if you was a snitch nigga back in the day, or you was a nigga that snitched on me, or whatever it was, nigga, I still won't rock with you. I don't give a fuck that we ain't in the streets. I can't hang around a nigga like that. Nigga probably tell, if I say I went out and cheated on my wife and he was with me, the nigga probably tell on me. I don't know what I know what this nigga is capable of doing because he already did it. He did it on the worst level of some shit. So imagine him being around me and I cheated on my wife. Then nigga go snitch. Let's move on.
Who are you talking about?
I'm not.
You talking about me?
Man, I'm saying in general, nigga. I ain't saying
you.
You
Know who I know.
Nah, I'm not saying you. I'm saying
you sound far away. I know that, bro.
Put it like that. Come on, this is what I'm saying. Put it like
sound
this.
like you around the corner,
Dave,
nigga.
look, put it like this. Dave, put it like this.
Get off that nigga, man.
They been they probably
and see how these niggas be on Clubhouse. These niggas be talking like they, and a lot of these niggas ain't even active like that. They ain't getting busy like that. They acting like they these real tough guys. All this tough shit. This shit weird, man. Go ahead.
They probably been watching this nigga since the shit with Pee Wee and Birdman, bro. They don't stop that shit, bro.
They don't stop, bro.
Yeah. So I'm saying like you gotta look at it like this. Niggas be really listen to their rap songs like, oh yeah, this nigga stand up and stand. If you ain't really met that nigga, you don't know, bro. It's niggas that tell you, yeah, Jeezy was a real drug dealer, but this niggas I've been around the D, like he was just Meech was putting all them cars in the video. That nigga ain't do that shit for real. Like
first of all, that didn't mean that he wasn't selling dope. Or he never sold dope. What are you talking about, nigga? You brought up Jeezy for what? Jeezy a solid nigga. Why would you even try to go? Nobody disrespected Big Meech. Big Meech was a solid nigga. He's still a solid nigga. He a triple OG. Nobody disrespected Meech. What are you doing? Listen, man. I ain't trying to glorify none of this shit, but I'm just saying, how a nigga try to take credit from what you... I may not have been the biggest drug dealer, I will admit that. That doesn't mean that I didn't get busy in the streets, like I didn't sell dope. Or I wasn't big enough to be riding around in Benzes and shit. Doesn't mean shit. These niggas got the game fucked up. Listen, my OG was a real nigga. This nigga ain't ride around there, and he had money, yo. He had money. He was one of the biggest drug dealers in B-more. Had shit east, west, north, and south. He didn't ride around in Benzes and cars and shit, nigga. You would see my OG, especially if it's in East Baltimore, because he was an East Baltimore nigga. If you seen him, nigga, he'll probably pull up on you on a bike. Like I'm talking about like a regular mountain bike. Or he may pull up on you just walking. You just see him all of a sudden he just pop up. He wasn't no type of nigga. He wasn't flashy like that. That's why he lasted long. That's why my OG still out here. Like, come on, man. He not out here, selling dope enough, but that's why he lasted long. He ain't go down. He ain't get no time and nothing. I was smart. I hung around niggas that was smart like that. My OG, he never really went to jail for no drugs and shit really like that. One time he got locked up and shit for beating a junkie up or some shit like that because the motherfucking junkie tried to steal a pack. He beat the shit out of him with a motherfucking, I don't know if it was a bat or a 2x4, but he fucked him up. and then he got arrested for that. But my OG never got caught with drugs and shit like that, and I learned from him. That's why I never got caught with shit. So we move different. Shout out to my OG, man. I ain't gonna put his name out there. That's my OG though. You know what I mean? He taught me the game. Nigga told me you can't beef and make money at the same time, nigga. And that's why a part of me at the wild when I got shot, I calmed down a little bit. I was wild for a minute, but then I calmed down a little bit because he was telling me, nigga, you wilding. So yo, you can't keep. I ain't gonna keep fucking with you, nigga, because we can't beef and make money all the time, nigga. You bring too much attention over here. The realest shit he ever told me. That's why, like I said, that's why I moved the way I kind of move now. I don't fuck with niggas that bring drama. You bring drama to my shit, that mean, nigga, I get caught up in some drama. Now you fucking my bag up. Even if it's a 9 to 5, nigga. Listen, where I work at, nigga, I get arrested for anything. I may lose my shit. I may lose my retirement and shit like that. My pension and shit. Fucking with niggas. Nah, bro. I don't hang around niggas like that. I'm gonna put my life in jeopardy like that. That's why I don't fool with people like that. I learned from my OGs, man. Especially my one OG. I learned from him, man. Real stand up, straight up nigga. He wasn't no pussy nigga like that. He wasn't out trying to play tough and no shit like that. He was about money. It's about business. But niggas knew about him. Niggas knew his reputation. He got busy if he had to. But he wasn't like that. And that's how I tried to move. You know what I mean? I tried to move that way just like he did. And that's how, believe it or not, I still move that way just because of him. Even out of the street shit. I still move that way because of what the fuck he taught me. I watch my surroundings. I watch who I conversate with or who I be around and shit like that. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. Don't need that shit around me, bro. I'm not gonna fuck my shit up, fuck my bag up, fuck my life up, nigga. Because you want to still be a tough guy and a thorough dude, man. Fuck out of here, man. Now, I ain't gonna let no nigga disrespect me, but at the same time, if I can just walk the fuck, say what I got to say and walk the fuck away, I do that. Because there ain't no reason for me to sit there and argue with no nigga. As long as you can put your motherfucking hands on me, nigga, we good, man. Ain't got time for that shit, man. I know what I'm capable of doing, nigga. I know I can take a nigga life like it ain't like a nigga can take my life. I ain't tripping off of that shit. I ain't got no reason to play tough. These niggas want to play tough all the time. Fuck out of here, man. Got more important shit to do. I'm trying to save lives, nigga. I ain't trying to end lives. That's a jewel to drop to niggas. I ain't trying to take nobody's life. I'm trying to save lives. So I ain't got time for the fuck shit.
It's real life and then it's raps. Niggas really be believing they raps.
It was him and Shorty Low doing all that shit in Atlanta for them niggas.
You feel me?
I've been in and out of Atlanta backwards and frontwards. You heard me? Like, I've been all day.
Big. It's something wrong with your mic, Pimp. You gotta like.
And you talking too much.
It's low.
Yeah, throw Lobster or some shit.
Yeah. How another nigga gonna tell you talking too much when he talking just as much as the other nigga? You on the platform where the feds is listening, but he talking too much, but you ain't talking. You ain't talking too much. Anyway, let's just move on. I told you these niggas got the game fucked up, man. These are a bunch of weirdo niggas on Clubhouse. I'm telling you. A lot of these niggas ain't what they say they are. They all here pretending like they tough guys, and that shit is weird to me.
Yeah,
I got a lot of respect for Thug. I hope he can come out this shit.
That's the answer. Take them out.
No, I hope he can come out this shit. I got a lot of respect for Thug. He always been honorable with me. I hope he can come out this shit. He take care of a lot of people, a lot of his family. Mm-hmm. And I hope he all right. I hope he come out, bro. Niggas got to do better. All my little youngsters get money. Don't get the money and be forced to run to the streets like you got to contribute to the street. This was fucking y'all. Because when the streets drag you back, you right there with them, and they ain't going to do nothing for you or your family, bro. Yeah. This is why I move the way I move, and niggas don't like it because I won't let them trap me.
Hey, Wack, that what they saying in our city about 4-2 Doug and shit. They saying, nigga, you know how hard we been fighting to get somebody to get some money behind some music, and you doing dumb shit. Like, nigga, you know how many...
Hold on. Well. Let's go back. Did y'all hear what this clown said? This is why I said, let's go back. Let's go back.
Right there with him, and they ain't gonna do nothing for you or your family, bro.
We come out, bro.
Niggas gotta do better. All my little youngsters get money. Don't get the money and be forced to run to the streets like you gotta contribute to the streets. This was fucking y'all. Cause when the streets drag you back, you right there with them, and they ain't gonna do nothing for you or your family, bro.
Yeah.
This is why.
Let me just say something too. He's saying all that, right? It sounds good, right? It sounds very good. Actually, it's truthful, right? Right? And no, you still supposed to go back and try to get your niggas and get them out that shit. Yes, you supposed to. Okay? But you don't supposed to allow those niggas to bring that activity to your place of business. Okay? If they ain't about what the fuck you on, then yeah, you leave them. But you still try to get back to try to get them niggas to be like, change their mind on some shit like, yo, come on, man, we can't be doing this. This is about legal money. We ain't doing illegal shit. We doing legal money. You explain that to the niggas. But you see how he said that? Makes plenty sense, right? Sounds good. But Wack 100, you always talking about gangster shit. How about you do more of that, what you just said, than the nonsense shit that you do to stir up trouble, to turn black people against black people, to divide our people because you a negative, toxic person. How about you do more about what say more of what you've been saying that you just said? How about you do more of that? Because that actually makes sense. It's actually good information. And then, like I said, you're still a hypocrite. You're still running around dressing like you're blood. Still talking about you Pyru. You are the wrong person to deliver this type of message that you just put out. And it makes sense. But you're the wrong person to do it because you're still out here portraying to be a street nigga. So how the fuck you gonna tell these young niggas that? Nigga, y'all don't see me out here repping my set, nigga, where I come from and shit like that. I don't do that shit. I know where I'm from. Y'all don't listen, people. I got a documentary that I'm working on. Listen, and I'm just gonna do some shit in my hood and shit like that, and holler at niggas and certain shit. But I'm not gonna be, and it's gonna be positive shit in it. It's not gonna be a whole bunch of negative shit. You get what I'm saying? Or you know, go back to my glory days and shit like that. It's a point that I'm gonna try to prove into that, to what I'm trying to show y'all. But I'm not glorifying none of that shit. And you will know that because I'm going to continue to say that in that documentary that I'm coming out with, that I'm working on. Listen, people, you cannot tell, listen, I can't tell young niggas. I'm going to speak on me because I can't speak for this pussy ass, goofy ass nigga, Wack 100. Because we know this nigga's a hypocrite. Listen, as me, as a nigga that come from that shit, a OG to this shit, I can't tell these young niggas, hey man, you need to do this and don't do this and blah, 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 don't do this and la, 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 la. I can't tell them that if I'm still out here promoting gangster shit, street shit. I can't do that. Why would you even listen to me? I can't keep repping my set. If I'm trying to tell these niggas not to do none of this shit, how did that make any sense to anybody? This is some weird shit that's going on, man. I don't understand, bro. I don't understand. I don't understand how people allow this shit, motherfuckers like Wack 100 to get away with shit like this. This is toxic. This is misinformation. This is hypocritical information that he's putting out here. Pretending that he cares about these. I tell him all the time, dude, you promote it. You help promote it. Now you gonna tell these young niggas they need to stop doing this, and you help promote it. You damn near condone some of this shit. Let's move on, man. I swear to God, man. Where they do this at? Where they get these niggas from? These some different breed ass niggas, man. I don't even understand these niggas, man. This nigga grown ass man, 44 years old, man. Get his goofy ass out of here, man. Oh man, he give a fuck about these young niggas. Nigga, you help promoting this shit. You helping them go to this downfall. What the fuck are you talking about?
Why I move the way I move and niggas don't like me because I won't let them track me.
Hey, wait, that what they saying in our city about.
And I wanted to say this. What he's basically telling, he played with the street shit. He plays with it when it benefits him to make him seem like he a tough guy. But then he say, oh, I don't let them trap me into that shit. You can't do both, bro. You can't do both. I'm sorry, you can't. You have to be consistent on some of these issues like that when it comes to our people. You cannot play both sides. You can't be both, bro. You can't have 1 foot in that shit and 1 foot out of that shit. You can't do that. That's what I didn't like about Nip. And I got a lot of respect for Nip. I had a lot of respect for King Von, same shit. And Pac, same shit. Pac played around with that shit. I didn't like that shit. But I understood what Pac was trying to do, but still, playing around with that shit. I didn't like it. I still don't like it. And that's, believe it or not, that's why a lot of them got killed. That's why those 3 brothers that I know of, when you play with that shit, when you got 1 foot in that shit and 1 foot out of it, or you play with certain shit with that street shit, these are the type of situations that happens. You can lose your life fucking with that shit. That's why I don't play with street shit. I don't play with it. It's street shit. I don't play with that shit. I don't play around with that shit. It ain't because I'm scared or I'm some scary ass nigga. You don't play with it. I ain't about it. So why the fuck would I play with it? I'm not active anymore. I'm not in the streets no more. Why would I play with that? Why would I condone some shit that I'm not active of doing? When I tell you on one hand that is wrong, but then on the other hand I tell you it's like I'm playing around with the shit. How tough I am. Nigga, I come from this. Yeah. Niggas that know me know. That's all that matters. I ain't got nothing to prove to no nigga. And like I said, if you know me on this shit, and everybody don't know me from the street shit, but if you know me, I ain't got to lie about no street shit. And I don't glorify that shit. Why would I want to glorify it? You know I'm consistent about what the fuck I say and what I believe and what I stand on. So I'm telling you, I come from street shit. You can believe it or you don't. But if you fuck with me, you rock with me, I don't lie to y'all. I tell y'all the truth about it. But I ain't got to glorify that shit. And I'm not going to sit out here and act like I'm a tough guy. For what? In the last 20 years, I have done more, good shit than the first 20 years of my life. So I'm about even, nigga. My good and bad is about even now. Now I'm trying to uplift. Now I'm 40-something years old. So, I gotta do more. Nigga, I ain't got time to be glorifying some shit that I'm not a part of no more, that I'm actually disappointed in myself and regret a lot of the shit that I did do. Why would I glorify that? Why would I play with that shit? Why would I even entertain that shit? These niggas, they just don't get it, man. They don't get it. A lot of motherfuckers just don't get it. You play around with that street shit. It's not, that shit ain't cool to play with. It's not. People get hurt playing around with that shit.
About 4-2 Doug and shit. They saying, nigga, you know how hard we been fighting to get somebody to get some money behind some music and you doing dumb shit. Like, nigga, you know how many
I won't let them trap me. When you don't let them trap you, they say fuck you. I'd rather you tell me fuck me when I'm free than say fuck me when I'm slammed down.
Man, dog, I'm in those studios, ain't no weed, ain't no guns,
and that's how, okay, and then that's how you know he's not an active nigga. So stop talking like you a gangster. Like you still a gangster. You're no gangster, Wack. You're not a tough guy. Stop acting that way. You just proved my point. Stop doing that. Stop it, man. I won't let them trap me. Nigga, I can take that so many different ways, but I'm gonna stick to what I'm saying. You're not a gangster nigga no more. You're not a tough guy. You're a grandfather. You're father. You're a grandfather. You're a husband. You're a truck driver. You're a manager. You know you're in the entertainment business. Stick to that, bro. Stop running around here on that like you just G gangster old triple OG Pyru gangster nigga. Like you active. And guess you know niggas that's active and you know gangsters doesn't mean that you a gangster. There's plenty of niggas that I knew that grew up in the hood that knew real niggas in the street, but they ain't no street niggas. They just grew up around street niggas. And that's what you are. You know these niggas. You grew up around them, okay? You used to get active, but you're not no more. Stop promoting that shit. Stop promoting it, Wack. That's your problem, bro. And a lot of these goofy ass niggas. Stop promoting that shit. Especially if you ain't about that shit anymore. Not saying you wasn't, but you ain't about it now. We have to evolve. Why are you... Listen, man, I don't give a fuck about the views and none of that shit. I will not promote none of that shit. To act like I'm active. I'm not active. I give you some stories and shit though. I did certain shit that I can't, no consequences come from. I do that shit, but I'm not glorifying it. I'm just trying to teach a lesson. I'm trying to tell people I understand where a lot of you young niggas come from. Or some of you street niggas come from. But I'm not glorifying it. What we doing here? Grown ass man, you 44 years old, bro. But this nigga had a nerve to ridicule the Nation of Islam. This nigga crazy, man. This nigga crazy, man. Get this butter biscuit ass eating ass nigga the fuck up out of here, man.
Listen, broke bitch, listen, having no money in the feds is like living on motherfucking Skid Row, homeless, and that's 100. Like,
no shit.
Like, I'm telling you.
I wouldn't know about
I ain't
that.
never did fed time.
I was never.
Yeah. I did 18 months, and you gotta have money, bruh. You gotta have some paper.
No, I'm just telling niggas when they're around me, bro. We doing some shit. We got some shit that's gonna work.
I mean, first of all, see these that they go glorifying jail. Listen, I don't give a fuck if you do fed time or state time, nigga. You need money. You need somebody to put something on your books, or you need to have a couple of dollars and somebody send the money. The fuck are you talking about, nigga? Oh, the fed is different. You need money. Nigga, you need money if you do state time. What the fuck are you talking about? I don't even know what this nigga talking about. Anyway, man, let's move on. See, this is what I'm talking about. Let's move on.
You better sell that
we ain't got no drugs.
You better figure it out.
Another thing, a lot of niggas be having shit going on, but they don't let you know what they be having going on too.
That's why they ain't supposed to be around.
This nigga, that nigga, they be talking on this phone and that phone. Nah, don't call my phone. If you don't, nah. That's why if you got a circle is a circle. Don't go outside this circle. I should know about it if you go outside this circle.
That's
first of all, listen, let me just say something to everybody. It's not, listen, I just want to make this very, very clear. I don't give a fuck how solid your circle is. You think your circle is, right? Nobody is 100%. You ain't 100% how solid your circle is. A nigga could be doing some shit and you don't know nothing about it. And you could think this nigga's solid nigga. He doing positive shit, but he could doing some fuck shit. If you ain't doing it, it doesn't matter. They can't, if they hit you with a RICO charge and you don't know nothing about nothing, they got no evidence of knowing you know nothing about nothing. You ain't doing that time, people. Don't let these people confuse you. A lot of these niggas know what's going on. and they don't say nothing because it's about protecting themselves as far as the street shit. That's why a lot of them niggas had these niggas around them. They know about it. It's not, listen, it's very rare that you don't know nothing about it. First of all, people ain't getting locked up, getting put up in RICO charges, and they ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Or they don't know nothing about it. Young Thug is not locked up because he didn't know nothing about what nothing was going on. Let's just be real about it. He knew exactly what was going on. He chose to still hang around these niggas to do the same shit. So he lying. This dude, whoever the fuck he is, you're lying. It's very rare that you don't know what the fuck going on around you in your circle. It's very rare, bro. And then first of all, even if you don't know about it, if you ain't got nothing to be into that, you ain't gonna be like, oh, well, shit. Like, you are not gonna worry about it. You gonna be like, hey, man, I don't know nothing about nothing. Whatever the fuck he did, I don't know what he did. What you talking about, I don't know nothing about. What's the evidence that said I know? The evidence will show if you knew something about it or not, people. That's why these niggas are locked up. Come on, man. Let's move on, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
If you do music, bro, if we doing music, ain't shit coming out this bitch but music. If you coming in here with anything else, you gotta go, bro. Cause they already thinking niggas doing that, man. The music is it's convincing enough. You know what I'm saying?
Gonna be all right,
listen, because what happened is these young niggas changed the game. Listen, that's why in a sense I'm not that mad at Jay-Z. I think he sold us out, but I'm not that mad at Jay. Jay did exactly what he's supposed to did, nigga. He's supposed to took that. He's supposed to evolve. Fuck is he still speaking about that street shit like that or talking about what he doing in the streets? Jay don't talk about none of that shit. He a grown ass man, and you seen the growth in his music, and he still was dope. And like I said, a lot of times niggas talk. If you really listen to a lot of those niggas' music, you know, it was about their past, or it was about niggas they knew, right? That got caught up in certain shit, right? But they wasn't incriminating people. The shit happened already, or nobody knew nothing about it. Like, they was smart in that way. And these niggas act like just talking about real shit and all the real shit, they ain't gotta be conscious of that shit. That's why these niggas are getting RICO'd, and they using the music against them. Like, come on. Real talk. The only real nigga, and maybe MC Ram, the only real nigga from NWA that was really about that street shit like that. But you seen the movie, was Eazy-E. That was about really in that street shit like that. And that gang banging. He was the only nigga. Everybody else was just like some niggas that just grew up in the hood. Grew up around this shit. The Dr. Dre's, the Ice Cubes. A lot of them niggas, they wasn't really real street niggas. They were just niggas that grew up in around the street in the gangs. That's it. But they still highly respected. Because you know why? Nobody thought they was in, a lot of them was into that gangster shit like that. They probably did, but after a while you knew them, none of them niggas got locked up for none of that gangster shit. They was just talking about shit they seen or stories that they knew that was going on in their neighborhood. I ain't shot. Listen, if you see any mass shootings going on, it ain't nothing but white people. Motherfuckers talk about, I see some shit in Baltimore, motherfucker talking about it was a mass shooting because a whole bunch of people died. No, nigga, that's just a drive-by. It's not a mass shooting. That happens every day. There's a lot of crime going on in my city, and we need to stop that shit in my city, man. You niggas is wilding for nothing. But like I said, this ain't nothing new to me. I know what my niggas do here. I know what niggas do in the city. Like I told y'all, when y'all see like crime and shit, motherfuckers talk about crime and shit, we always in that top 5. It's just that it ain't like it ain't on big news and shit like that. Motherfuckers don't, because we so small, but we up there. I'm not glorifying it, but I'm just saying that shit happens here all the time. You almost get normalized about this shit. Motherfuckers be like, oh, Chicago. Nigga, listen. We do the same murders and crimes, average, just like Chicago. And Chicago bigger than us. I'm just telling y'all that now. And that's just real talk. So for me, when you see the shit in the street, that's not mass shootings to me, nigga. That's just shit that happened in the city. That's not mass shooting. But when you see these white people, they roll out here, it's a reason why they're doing this, a mass shooting. Like, they're fucking with people. It's a reason. They ain't got no reason to be going out here doing a mass shooting when white people go out here and do it. I'm telling you. These people are just this on some racist shit. I guarantee you it's most likely like that. Or some political shit. Niggas in the hood ain't on no, that's not political. I'm not glorifying it. I'm not saying it's okay with what they doing. That's survival. That's everyday living. They run that shit every day. When you talk about these white mass shooters and shit, these motherfuckers ain't going through none of that. They're plotting and scheming and, shit like that. That's why that shit is mass shooting. So I heard the motherfucker from, the news do that shit and the mayor and all. Man, stop that shit. That ain't mass shooting. It's just violence, nigga. It is what it is. How about you do better for the community? So many goddamn vacant houses in our city. How about you, where the programs at to rebuild some of this shit? Where the investors? What the fuck are y'all doing? Where the community at? Bitch, where y'all at? What are y'all doing? And listen, and I'm real, and this real talk. When it start getting hot, springtime come, that's when our shootings go up. That's when the violence happen more. It get hot. It's almost like niggas get agitated or some shit like that. I don't know, but and be more, that's how that shit happens, man. Niggas get irritated. There's too many motherfuckers outside. All the ops, everybody outside and shit like that. Shit be going on, man. It's just weird shit be going on, man. And people, I'm not here to condone it and no shit like that. I'm just trying to get people to understand what the fuck be going on.
I didn't know that shit was real.
There's a whole task force designed for that type of shit, man.
Nigga, the hip hop police been real, man. Niggas thought they was just saying that shit. Nah, that shit's real.
It seems like this the thing to do is make a case.
Hey, and Wack know that because Wack worked with him. He worked with the hip hop police. A rat ass nigga. But anyway, let's move on. What the hell happened here? Alexa, go to YouTube. What the hell happened?
Here is YouTube.
What the fuck happened here? No, actually, you know what? I ain't even gonna do it no more because it's actually probably a sign to say stop talking about this goofy shit. So I'm done with that. I'm done with that bullshit, the Wack 100. I'm done with that shit. I'm done with that. It's probably telling me to leave that shit alone. Cause, you know, I watch signs and shit. I watch certain shit that happen, man. And the shit is boring me. This type of shit is boring the fuck out of me. Cause it's just weak. It's just shit. And you keep talking about all this negative shit. It's nothing positive about it. These niggas that be sitting around here be talking about this shit like that shit is just normal. I mean, it's normal, but it shouldn't be normal. None of this shit should be normal, but a lot of the fuck shit that be going on in our communities. It shouldn't be normalized. It's not normal, believe it or not. It's normal to motherfuckers that come from that shit or know about it, but it's not normal. It's not normal shit. First of all, it's not. Listen, I don't live that life no more, so it's not normal to me anymore in that way, right? But it's normal of like me knowing about it. Like the shit is happening. I get it. Like it's normal to me. The shit is weirdo shit. You know what I mean? We're amongst the weirdos. We're amongst these. Listen, we went from my area of crack babies, right? I'm a crack baby. I know that for a fact. So my era was, you know, the era of crack babies. Like I was a crack baby, right? Now we got to the niggas down. We got to an era where the young folks, all the crackheads. Yeah, a lot of these niggas is crackheads, man. And then you see these niggas wilding and they doing all the goofy shit they doing because these niggas is out their mind. A lot of them gone. They spaced out. A lot of them ain't even thinking for themselves. The drugs is thinking for them. They out their goddamn mind. Nigga, I'm a crack baby. I ain't never want to pick up no crack. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never thought about even getting high like that. Like, even with drinking and shit. Like now I drink my beer and shit like that. Even when I drunk liquor and shit, I drink liquor here and there. I took a little shot of something like. But I didn't. I had my period of time where I was got to a point where I thought that I was, you know, fucking with that liquor and shit. Like I'm about to be an alcoholic like my family members. A lot of my family members was my dad, shit like that, my uncles and shit. But and aunts and shit. But a lot of my family members was functional addicts. You get what I'm saying? They survived a lot of that shit. Like my dad wasn't like that, nigga. When he got fucked up, nigga, he was just a different dude. And then I see myself doing the same shit. And I was like, oh no, I gotta stop that shit. But I never thought about, like, even when I was young, when I first got in the game, even when I was in the game, I didn't like liquor. I never liked it, liquor. I think after a while when you start to grow up and you start to realize and the shit around you frustrates you and you see that you ain't shit. Like you start to see you ain't shit. Like when you selling dope and shit like that, you have a purpose, right? But when you stop selling dope and you trying to get out the game, you get depressed, believe it or not. And like I said, I didn't ever thought I was gonna make it to 18. So when I did, I ain't gonna lie, I think I probably got depressed. I probably was depressed for at least over a decade. I was depressed for a long time, bro, especially in my 20s. I was very depressed. Because when I was out in the streets and shit, I had a purpose. When I got out of the street, I didn't really have no purpose. I didn't really know what the fuck to do. You know what I mean? I had no ambitions and shit like that. Ambitions and shit like that for anything outside of that shit. Cause that's just like how I am. Once I get connected to some shit, I'm about that. I'm gonna do that. Everything else outside of me don't matter. That's how I am, right? I have grown from them, but you know, but that's still my mind state a little bit. But I grown, so I know I got to do more than just focus on one thing. But I had no purpose, bro. I think I probably got depressed probably when I was about 20. Like very depressed because I didn't have no goals and didn't think about anything outside of being a part of that street shit. I didn't have any goals. Like the last time I actually had like goals or some shit like that, or I felt like I thought I could do something, was probably before I started selling dope. Cause I was an athlete. I was in I played baseball, football, basketball. I played all that shit. But shit, I played hockey. I played lacrosse. I played all that shit. I played damn near every sport, soccer, all that. Um, I think once I got in the dope game, I just like, you know, that street life and shit. It takes over everything in your life. You don't think about nothing else. You don't, because it's life and death when you out there. So nothing else really matters anymore. You know what I mean? So when I got out of that shit, I was depressed. Especially when I got like 20, 20, and so I was like 30, 32 or something like that, maybe 31. I just was, you know, I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy for you, like at least about like 10 to 12 years. I wasn't happy. My whole 20s was like I look back at it now, it was a blur. I didn't enjoy it. I went through the motions of it. It's like my 20s is like to me was slow mo. You know what I mean? And so like I was just depressed. And like I said, a lot of times people don't really understand that about these young folks when they in their 20s and shit. And they start getting that money and shit. A lot of them can't turn off that shit. I couldn't. You know what I mean? My shit went more to depressed because I still didn't have shit. You know what I mean? I'm working all these bullshit ass jobs and I didn't, I was doing the same old shit. I was depressed. I wasn't working on myself. It was like kind of like, my brain wasn't fully developed and shit like that. So I just was just going through the motions. Like I said, my 20s was like going through the emotions, bro. And I just didn't understand what the fuck was going on with me. I just didn't. I really truly didn't. I look back at my 20s and shit. I just didn't know what the fuck was going on with me. Even though I was with my wife. She wasn't my wife at the time, but when we got together, girlfriend, boyfriend, we got married around when we was like 25 or 26 or something like that. But even then, like just going through the motions, bro. I just wasn't there. I wasn't mentally in there. I lived in a fog for my whole 20s to maybe even my 30s, like early 30s and shit. I just didn't get why I was still here. Like I'd be honest about that. I just didn't get it. I didn't get why I was still here. I didn't have no purpose. What was my purpose of being here? You know, I just I look back at that shit now, man, and I feel sorry for that kid, that who I was. I feel sorry for him. And that's why I have the empathy and the sympathy for a lot of the young niggas like that, because some fact I understand. A lot of them don't speak how I can speak about that shit because a lot of them don't even know what they're going through. And like I didn't either. I didn't for my whole 20s. I didn't know why I was feeling the way I was feeling and doing the shit that I was doing. I didn't understand none of it. No one, my brain wasn't fully developed, but then at the same time, nigga, I had a real fucked up childhood. So I just didn't. And then I didn't think I was supposed to been living that long. Like, what I supposed to do? When I got like to my 30s, I was in a suicidal thought process. Like, I should just kill myself. Cause it's like I didn't accomplish anything. I didn't know what to do. I just was lost in the world. Like, just seriously. Just was lost. I just had a history of nothing. That's how it looked to me. You know what I mean? So, shout out to my dad though, cause you know, he helped me. And my dad helped me. Like, he brought purpose. We talked. Like, it was deep talking. I didn't get too deep in it because it's personal, but we talked. It was deep. You know what I'm saying? And it changed my perspective of a lot of shit. And and ever since then I've been different. I've been growing like every year. I believe probably when I'm about 30, 31, when my dad talked and shit, and I had them suicidal thoughts, right? I was very, very close to doing that shit, right? And every year I was changing. I noticed that. I started having a respect for shit. And so now that I'm 40, get ready to turn, I'll be 41 this year, God willing, but um, I just see life differently. It's not as black and white as people try to make it try to be, but it's not as simple as people try to make it be. Like it's some type of everything's a gray area. It's not. Some shit is just what it is. And motherfuckers gotta stand on that. You gotta be about something. But when you don't have that, and listen, when you don't have when you listen, I grew up when I grew like when you young, I grew up fast. So when you grow up fast, you doing grown people shit. And then you gotta understand your brain ain't even fully developed to really comprehend of doing grown people shit. So you're just moving through life. Like I said, my 20s was just like just moving. It moved fast. My 20s moved fast. My 30s moved slower. Because I started to get shit. And then like the last 5 years, shit started moving fast again. Like every year moves fast, but but what's happening is that time for me is moving like it's supposed to. Like it's moving fast enough, right? Like it's not too slow, but it's not fast. So everything is kind of moving because I'm seeing shit the way I'm supposed to see it. You get what I'm saying? I'm comprehending the shit that I see and what's going on around me. I'm really understanding it. And a lot of times when you talk to a lot of young folks, they don't really know that. They don't give a fuck about none of that shit because they can't comprehend that. They not in the space to comprehend that. That's why I said we got to be easy on these young kids because they don't get it, man. It takes a minute, and anybody ain't grow up the way I grew up. Nobody even think the type of shit that I would think. I've been like this all my life, like the way I think, but I just didn't know how to express it. And then a lot of times I express this shit in the wrong way. And so a lot of the times you just get caught up in the wrong shit. And that's usually what happens to a lot of the young niggas. To a lot of us. Hold on, give me a second, people. All right, I'm back, people. But yeah, things change, man. I'm just, I'm thankful and happy that I finally got it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, when you in a dark place, a lot of the times, like when you young like that, you in a dark place, people commit suicide. I was close to it. I always tell people that. That's why I don't play around with people talking about suicide and shit like that because I was in that space. That shit ain't nothing to play, but mental health is very, very serious, and people play with that shit. And I had to, you know, I think I always had empathy and sympathy for other people and shit like that, and for things, period. But you can disconnect from that. You can get to a point where you don't give a fuck about shit. You know what I mean? And it's mainly because a lot of the times you can disconnect from that because you're not good mentally, emotionally, uh, physically a lot of times, or just financially. You just not in a good space. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you can just, I call it being selfish. You can just turn off shit and just ignore problems around you because You only can worry about yourself. And it's okay sometimes. Sometimes it's just okay to worry about yourself to get yourself right. Turn off everything else and get yourself right. Because if you ain't right, you can't take care of nobody else. You can't like be there for other people if you ain't right mentally. You know what I mean? And financially, all that shit matters. I always say. You know what I mean? I ain't in the greatest financial situation, but I'm okay. So I feel like whatever I could give, I give. You know, I can't give some shit that I don't have. You know what I mean? But I still try to do what I can do. You know what I mean? I always tell people the best gift you can give the world is to treat people like you want to be treated. You know what I'm saying? In a respectful way and thoughtful and have empathy and sympathy for others. That's the best gift you can give the world. That other the financial shit, that's just is what it is, man. That shit comes and goes, or you just don't never have that. You know, it just is what it is. It's materialistic shit. So, you know, and I always tell people I think outside of this world. I don't think that, you know, everybody gonna die one day. So I don't, you know, I gotta think about when it's my time to go. Am I okay to go? Of course nobody gonna wanna go when they go. And when it's time for them to go. You know what I mean? Everybody don't die slow. Some people die instantly. You know what I'm saying? But even if I don't die instantly, if I do die instantly, at least I, you know, hopefully I put enough good shit in the world that where, you know, when I go see the big guy, you know, in the upper room, you know, I'm good. You know what I mean? Hopefully he understand me. You know, it is what it is. I just try to do the best that I can do. I try to be the best person I can be. That's all you can do in this life, people. You can't be trying to you can't try to live up to other people's expectations until you can live up to yours. You know, you gotta have expectations for yourself. And so if you can't live up to your own expectations that you set for yourself, or or you comfortable, or you feeling that you know you have, right? Nobody expectations mean shit. You get what I mean? Because you can't even live up to your own expectations. So, you know, that's how I move. That's why I say I stick on my principles. That's why I don't, you know, I always tell people certain shit don't bother me like that because I just don't give a fuck about because it means nothing. It doesn't mean I don't care what people think about me. I just, you know, some shit I just don't care about. Of course it bothers me, but it's not no shit that'll make me stop doing and stop standing on my morals if I know that shit ain't right. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, we just got to do better, man, and we just can't allow these goofy ass niggas and these horrible ass individuals, these sellouts and these coons and these white supremacists to fuck up our self-esteem. We just got to do better, man. Can't allow these people to be around us because they are distractions to me. I believe a lot of this shit is distraction. It distracts you from growing as an individual and as a person. None of this shit means anything if you ain't good as a person. Seriously. And that, listen, and never ever get this twisted. I don't give a fuck how much good you do or you feel that you do in the world. Everybody ain't gonna like you. Somebody gonna disagree with what you do. It just is what it is. Nobody's gonna agree with everything. And you have to accept that. You know what I mean? You have to accept that. That's why I said I do care how people see me, but I don't sometimes. I just, you know, I just don't care. Especially when I know my intentions is not to hurt people or make people dislike me. You know what I mean? I know when I'm saying certain shit or I don't give a fuck what somebody say. I know that. Or when I'm saying some harsh shit. But I mean it. And I stand on it. You know what I mean? So, but I ain't always right either. So, you know, you got to have that in the back of your head. You ain't always right about your predictions or shit that you believe or you say out your mouth. You're not good at it. I mean, you're not 100% at it. So you could be wrong about some shit, even though you can stand on it, but don't mean that it's right. You know what I mean? You got to be willing to understand that and see other people respect us from it so you can kind of learn from it or just see it from a different angle. You know what I mean? People ain't open to doing that. Everybody just want to stand on some shit. I'm about this. Like, nah, bro. I've been that person already. I don't want to be that person again. I just stand on everything. Like, nigga, I can't be wrong. You know what I mean? You can't. Nobody is not always wrong. Like you cannot be this perfect wrong motherfucker. I mean, right motherfucker. You can't. No, it's impossible. So you always have to second guess. Like, am I really like kind of right about this? Let me hear this perspective. You gotta be willing to do it because nobody's 100%. You know what I mean? So, gotta be willing to listen to certain people. But some shit you don't. Some shit is just if it's negative, you can't fuck with that because some shit is just toxic. You get what I'm saying? It just is. And I always tell people I have to like certain people I cut off that I do still love. Like my mom. I love my mom, but I can't have that relationship with her. She's toxic to me. She's one of the only people that can like get me very, very to a point where I can cross a line. Like to a point where she the only person that make me can actually question my self-esteem. I don't need that type of shit. Especially if it's always negative. It ain't like I be around my mom, like she give me a little encouragement, but it's almost like I gotta, you know, it's almost when I'm around my mom, and my mom always make me feel like I owe her something. You know what I mean? And so it just make me feel weird. Like it's not a good feeling. I don't like to feel like that. And so, you know what I mean? It's a couple of other people like that too that I don't associate with that I got love for, but they just make me feel a certain type of way, and I just, you know, I can't fuck with. I'm sorry to hear that, LT. My bad. I mean, sorry to hear about that, bro. About your peoples. Yeah, that's what I said. Gun violence is what it is. I'm not saying it is what it is. It's a part of what's going on. Like none of that shit shocks me, and it's mainly because I have seen death close up, personally, from afar. It's just I deal with death differently. I deal with people. People die every day, man. It's almost like that shit with and Paid in Full. The dude Cameron saying people die every day, B. Like it's just like that for me sometimes. Not all the time, but I say a lot of the times. Because so many people died around me. So many people I cared about is dead. And it's just like, you know. I just got to do as much as I can do here on Earth. Because my time will come too. Like, we all got a death date. We just don't know. That's the only thing that you will never ever know is when you're going to die. You don't know what time. You don't know what day. Unless you just kill yourself. You planning to kill yourself. You know what I mean? So, you know, we don't know what's going on here, people. People need to stop. People need to stop playing around with death and playing with dead people, and you know, you can't play with this shit. This shit is real in the field. Like this is life. Life is real. Like people playing with it, and you don't care about your life. That's another way of playing around with your life. When you don't care about your life. That's another thing that God looks at and be like, hey man, you don't care about your life? Okay, well I'm gonna take you as soon before you supposed to be gone. Believe it or not. I don't just think God just take people off the earth just because they bad. Like I just think a lot of times when you put that energy out here and you don't care about certain shit, and he giving you all the opportunities in the world to care about it, and some people is just pure evil. So it's just, that's my belief. But people play around with death and they don't care about their life, and that's why people die. To me, that's just my opinion. Listen, I'm not a very religious person. I'm spiritual, and that's what I believe. That energy that you put out here to people, it is what it is. But sometimes it's just your time to go. If you ever notice, right, people don't really be like that shocked. And I say me as well. I don't be that shocked when people get like they get a certain age. Like, you get like till you're like in your 70s and 80s and shit like that. Like, I don't be shocked that people be passing away. I mean, they lived a full life. They live a half a century. You get what I'm saying? So, like, that's some shit like I be like, okay, they lived a real long, strong life. Like, I don't get sad about that shit. Because I just like they lived long. Like, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes people die from natural causes. It happen. Like, you get old. Like, everybody ain't fortunate enough to be living in the hundreds, to get to their 90s and shit like that. So, that's why I say people need to cherish people while they here. You know what I mean? Stop the shit that people do. Like, but at the same time, it's hard to do that sometimes with certain people because certain people put you in positions that way you can't give them their flowers or you can't cherish their lives while they here. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to do that sometimes. People put you in them situations, but so like I said, I don't know all the answers, people. I'm just here trying to figure a lot of this shit out with y'all. You know what I mean? None of this shit is always clear to me. It's just the experience helps and the energy for me. I go off a lot of my energy. I like, shit don't feel right to me. I just don't fuck with a lot of shit. I don't fuck with a lot of people if the energy ain't right. Some people just draw off certain energy with me and I just be like, nah. Excuse me. I don't think I can rock with this motherfucker. You know what I mean? I can tolerate people, but it depends what the situation is. But I don't have to, listen, if I work with you, I'm different. Like, nigga, I will just speak to you and just not talk to you at all. You know what I mean? So, it's just different shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm good. I don't need all that nonsense. A lot of that shit is weirdo shit. Like people act like you gotta get along with people. No, you don't. Sometimes people energy is just off. They just not your cup of tea. And it's not personal. A lot of times it's just your energy off. That person you just may not go. Listen, a lot of times I don't fuck with a lot of people because I know I'm going to clash with them because of how my personality is and theirs are. And why would I want to do that? I don't want to fuck up their money and I don't want them to fuck my money up. So let's just not be, have that type of relationship. You know what I'm saying? To where we going to wind up clashing. That's just me. I don't, just because I don't rock with you or the energy is off, don't mean I want to see nothing bad happen to you. We just not gonna see eye to eye. We just not gonna be a good combination. Some people can just be you know how you be around certain people, the atmosphere can be toxic. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can just clash heads. Like I don't like to be around a lot of people that actually acts like me. Because it's like toxic to me. We're gonna wind up clashing sooner or later. Cause we too headstrong. We got too much alike. I don't even like people that's like me. That's the crazy shit about it. Like I like the opposites. I like people that's a little opposite from me. Now my morals is a little different, but just cause you act a certain type of way, I'd rather for that to be. You know what I mean? To get a different perspective. But I don't like people like me a lot of the times. I really truly don't. We have to have something in common, but I usually like people that's a little opposite from me. People that's like me, personality and mood swings and whatever it may be. I don't like people like that. I don't like people like me. Believe it or not. We'll get along for a minute, but then after a while, we're clash heads after a while. Because I'll wind up starting to maybe annoy you or you'll start annoying me. It just is what it is. Like a lot of my guys or the people I fuck with, it's usually opposite from me. Then nothing really like me, personality wise. We're nothing alike. You know what I mean? But we just certain shit we got certain understandings and a certain type of morals there like that we have, and we on the same level a little bit. But a lot of times we ain't nothing alike at all. We live a lot of times we you know how we raise our families, how we live. A lot of the times it's different. It's just different. But you know we have things that we're morally that we good at, and then at the same time, you know, a lot of my guys and shit like that, they know that it's a genuine love there. I think we all probably get that. It's a genuine love there. Like I genuinely care. But the one thing about them, we couldn't hang around each other every day. Like, because we are too opposite, and it's like somebody being like me and my wife. We the opposites. Nigga, I can't hang around my wife every day. I love her to death, but we opposites. Nigga, we clash all the time. But she my wife. I love her. It's genuine. It's genuine love there, but it's a little different too with that. But you talking about people outside of that, outside of my wife and shit like that. It's different. I can't hang around all my homeboys like that. I love them to death, and I know they say the same. They probably say the same shit. Nigga, I couldn't hang around Kenny every day. I'm annoying, nigga. I just tell people that all the time, and then I think people sometimes is annoying to me. Like, I can't be around you every fucking day. And to believe it or not, a lot of times the reason I can't do that is because I need space. I'm a loner, bro. Like, so I need that space. Like, my wife is just different because, you know, the opposite sex of me, and somebody that's my soulmate. So it's just a little different, but I can't be around people like that, man. Like, people annoy me, and I know I annoy them. Like, it's not like, you know, it go both ways, nigga. It ain't like, oh, they annoy me. No, nigga, I know I annoy people. Fuck out of here. Like, but if you aware of a lot of this shit, then you have certain friends and certain people that fuck with you and rock with you that be like, yo, at least he being honest. And at least he holding himself accountable that, like, nigga, at least he know that he's this type of person. Sometimes, right? That's what it's about, bro. So that's what it's about, people. We gotta stop this nonsense shit that you know, everybody gonna like you all the time. It's bullshit. I got people that I know that truly, genuinely love me. Don't want to talk to me every day. Don't want to see me every day. And neither do I. Love them to death, but nah, nigga needs some space, nigga. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? It's like my wife. I love her to death, nigga. I need to go to work. Well, I couldn't be here all the time, bro. My wife would drive me up the wall. And I would do the same shit to her. I know I get on her nerves. Nigga, it ain't just me feeling the way I feel. I know I drive her up the fucking wall. You know what I mean? I've been home for about, almost going on 2 weeks now. Well, probably longer than that. Probably about 3 weeks. You know what I mean? Here and there, I go to work, blah, 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 for the last couple of weeks and shit since the spring break shit. I've been home a lot. And mainly personal issues, but a lot of it was just I needed a vacation from job. But being home all the time, man, I know I get on my wife's nerves. I know I get on my daughter's nerves too. You know what I'm saying? Even though she love me all the time, but that, you know, she young. But sometimes I get on her nerves. All right, daddy. Yes, daddy. Like, she does that shit. Like, when I'm getting on her nerves. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't get mad. I just be like, all right, I'm getting on her nerves. Like, you know what I'm saying? She want to be left the fuck alone. And I get it, because I do. You know what I mean? I've been home too long, dude. I probably can take this next week off, nigga, if I wanted to. But, you know, I don't know, back to fucking work. Plus, I gotta, you know, save some time for the summer and shit, because I told y'all, I'll be traveling this summer, man. So I'm trying to get my money up, and I'm trying to get my time, mainly my time. The money is fine. I mean, gonna say it's fine, but you know, of course you gotta get your money up. But doing travel and shit, yeah, get my money up a little bit and get my time up so I can take these times off. You know what I mean? I think every other weekend from July to August, I'll probably take every other week. I'll probably be every other week. I'm trying to go to see different OBF members and shit like that. So I'm gonna do some shit this summer, man. You know what I mean? And I'll bring in the family. Anyway, people, let's get the fuck up out of here. I think I got another I got the fight coming up, so that's the main thing, and I need to fix my shit. My shit dead. My phone dead. God damn it. Damn it. How the fuck my phone down? Got the fight up because I want to do the fight. I'm getting ready to call my wife to make sure she ordered them wings for me. I should have ordered them damn wings. Cause I'd have did them myself, but I just get my wife to order them shits. Order me some wings. Do some hot wings. Watch the fight tonight. But try to do this shit live. I'm gonna try to hook it up to where I can watch the fight. So you know, we're here, people. The sugar rate starting probably like another hour or two. But I ain't gonna try to watch till I get to like the last two fights, because got Boots Ennis tonight, and you got Charlo fight for Undisputed tonight. So that's the two I want to do. So probably got more than an hour, but I need to set this shit up because there's something been wrong with my shit, man. But anyway, let me get out of here, people. I'm ready to do another story real quick. Alexa, go to YouTube. I think I got
Here
another
is YouTube.
I got another story that I need to do. We're gonna go to another live stream, people. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys subscribe to OBF the Family channel. Make sure you guys subscribe to my new channel, Mr. OBF. Make sure you guys, if you can, donate to the channel. Go to the Cash App. Go to OBF. The real is strolling at the bottom. Yeah, people. Leave your comments. Hit that like button. Support your boy. It's your boy Kenny, man. Peace and love to the world.
Here's Shay. I've been deemed the mother of OBF, which means I care for this channel. I care for each and every member of this channel. I've been kicking it with OBF for more than 6 years, which means I'm not new to this shit. I'm true to it. I believe in the intent of this channel. I believe in the mission, which is to inform, to educate, to notify, and to discuss. Here, we talk about everything, the latest and the greatest. You're going to get our opinions. You're going to get the facts raw and uncut, straight up real, 100%. Besides doing that, I think we've created something that haven't been done yet on this YouTube platform. We've created a squad that not anybody could be a member of. You have to be real. You have to be inspirational. You have to be positive. And most of all, you have to be consistent. You probably see on the show, we fight. We fight for our opinions. We fight for what we believe in. We fight, yes, as a family. But behind the scenes, we love even harder. Here at OBF, the squad, we are not kinfolk. We are straight up family. And I'm proud to be a member. Shay out. OBF for life.